you were close with, or you were close with in 2015, and may still be, Mr. Garlington, true?
Yes.
And Mr. Garlington, to your knowledge, was extremely close to Mr. Copeland. Is that true?
Yes.
And you, I know you said you weren't as close, but you were good with Mr. Copeland, right?
Yes.
And the three of you would bond together, would be around each other a lot, true?
Yes.
And you mentioned over a lot of times that before you went into custody, you spoke with Mr. Garlington about what he thought or wanted you to say. Do you remember that?
It ain't what he wanted to say, is what he was telling me what Woody wanted him to say.
Okay. So, and you call that a play. You remember using that word?
Because he told me that Woody can't put him in some bull jump. That's what he told me.
All right.
Woody had put him in some bull jump.
I couldn't hear you that time. I apologize.
Woody put him in some bull jump.
Woody put him in some bull jump.
Yes.
All right. So it went from, to your knowledge, through Mr. Garlington. Mr. Garlington told you this is what Mr. Copeland is doing, and then Mr. Garlington told you that.
Yes.
All right. And that's what you were talking about when you said play to the prosecutor. Nothing to do with Jeffrey Williams. True?
Nah.
All right. Your Honor, can I just have a moment?
You may.
Did Kenneth Copeland ever tell you, that's you and Kenneth Copeland, did he ever directly tell you where he was at the time that Donovan Thomas was shot?
No.
Mr. Zachary, just now, first of all, let me ask you, you testified earlier that you were cool with Thug, as you put it.
Yes.
And do you still consider yourself cool with Thug?
See, as life goes on, people change, you change. I haven't seen him in like 10 years.
Do you love him?
What do you mean by that?
Just that.
I don't love nobody.
Okay. Do you consider him a friend?
I told you, cool, yeah, well, I ain't seen him in over 10 years, probably.
And you were asked on cross-examination by Mr. Sharp whether you saw Shannon in the courtroom, and you said you couldn't see anyone in the courtroom, essentially, right?
Can I explain?
Of course.
Well, if y'all would have did y'all research with my health issues, it come with vision problems.
Okay. And that's what you said when Mr. Sharp asked you to, right?
Yes.
All right.
I don't know if I said that, but I think I told him I can't see or something.
But you do know that Shannon is on trial in this case that you testified on, no?
What you mean?
You do know that this case that you're here telling the jury about has to do with Shannon, who is on trial for this case, right?
I know off what y'all gave me, like of that was I know like from just really learning from the last few days or so.
All right, and you do know that Thug is on trial. You did say yes, correct?
Yes.
All right. Now, you also know that Mooktoon already pled in this case, don't you?
I don't know that.
Okay. When you were asked on cross-examination by Mr. Steele just a moment ago about the play that you planned with Garlington, do you remember your answer?
I didn't plan nothing. He told me what Woody was trying to get him to run.
What Woody was trying to get him to run?
To say.
Okay. And do you know when it was that Mr. Garlington was expressing Woody was trying to get him to say that? Was he trying to get him to say that to the police
Yes, he said he was trying to get him to the police.
And was Garlington in jail or was he on the street when he told you what Woody was trying to get him to say?
See, I don't remember because we talked about something like that on the street and in jail. We was in the holding tank going before we went to court. We got locked up together.
Okay. And you talked on cross-examination with Mr. Sharp about knowing something that Garlington had said about the April 28th shooting. And you talked with me on direct about some of the things you believed had been said about the April 28th shooting. Do you remember that?
Yes.
All right. And you said that Garlington had made Moontunk a shooter. Did I hear you right?
I don't think I said he made him a shooter.
Okay. What was it about what Garlington said about Moontunk that caused you to say something about other people?
Just off him putting him on the scene.
Okay. Now, isn't it true that Garlington simply said Moontunk was driving?
I don't know.
Did you believe that Garlington had said Moontunk was doing something else?
I don't know what he said he was doing. I just know you put him on the scene.
How did you know that he put him on the scene?
Because he told us.
Who told you?
Garlington.
And when you were telling the jury about having heard something in your preliminary hearing, what is it that you heard that affected what you told the police?
The detective was talking about all the shootings and stuff.
Which detectives were talking about all the shootings?
I don't remember whatever detective was on that case.
But was it your preliminary hearing that you were listening to the detective talk about or someone else's?
It was mine.
Okay. And was it yours for the April 28th shooting?
No.
What was it yours for?
The gun and gang charge.
Was that the May?
May, yes.
Okay. Now, do you remember all of the shootings that they talked about at that preliminary hearing?
I don't remember all. I just remember like my lawyer telling me stuff like when they go to the side, he'll say something. They'll say something, he'll tell me stuff like that.
And you mentioned your lawyer. Who was your lawyer at the time? It was Ricky Richardson still?
Yes.
And Ricky Richardson was your lawyer in both of the cases that the defense admitted, Defense Exhibit 49 and Defense Exhibit 50, right?
Yes.
All right. And how long has Mr. Richardson been your lawyer?
All my life.
All right. Now, since when was
We've been knowing him all our life.
You've been knowing him all your life?
Yes.
Okay. When did he start representing you in cases in court?
When I first started catching cases, I had caught so many cases back to back. I don't remember.
Were they when you were 15 or younger or older?
18 and up, something like that.
18 and up?
Yeah.
All right. Is this before or after you got to know defendant Jeffrey Williams?
After.
Okay. Cases involving guns every time or something different each time?
Before them two cases?
No, when Mr. Richardson first started representing you.
Guns.
Okay. Now, during that time, were you openly carrying guns? You said on direct that you always had a gun. Were you openly carrying guns?
What you mean by that?
When you caught these gun cases that Mr. Richardson represented you on, did you try to hide them when you carried them with you, or did you ever openly carry them?
When I got caught with them?
When you walked around with them, wherever it was you walked around?
I don't remember. I just know I always
Say that.
I don't remember. I just know I always got caught with guns.
Okay.